The site of the first and second Jewish temples. But for hundreds of years, it's been occupied by Muslim shrines.
Evacuate now!
It's a race against time.
Move now! Leave your stuff! Go! The fire's at the back! Go!
In the sacred streets of Jerusalem, where history and faith intertwine, an extraordinary event has unfolded, a miracle that has left the world in awe. Reports are flooding in of Jesus himself appearing to people in dreams and visions, accompanied by the majestic presence of an angel. Witnesses speak of lives transformed and hearts renewed as this divine encounter stirs souls and reignites faith. This miraculous event mirrors recent wonders in Gaza, where over 200 Muslims encountered Jesus through visions, leading to their conversion. Could this be another powerful sign of God's hand at work in these turbulent times? Stay with us as we uncover the details of this incredible story that points to the undeniable grace and presence of God. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and click the bell icon to stay updated. Let's explore how these miraculous events in Jerusalem bring hope, faith, and the promise of something greater to come. Before we delve into this extraordinary miracle testimony, it is crucial to understand the context in which it unfolded. Gaza, a region ravaged by war, has been a witness to unimaginable suffering for decades. The entire population lives under siege, trapped amidst the city's ruins, with little to no opportunity for escape to safer areas. Amid this chaos and despair, a remarkable story of faith and redemption emerged, bringing hope to those burdened by pain and loss. Gaza, a strip of land often described as an open-air prison, has been at the center of geopolitical and religious tensions for generations. The relentless cycle of violence has left countless families grieving the loss of loved ones and struggling to survive amidst crumbling infrastructure and limited resources. For many, the future seems bleak, and faith is one of the few sources of solace. Amid these dire circumstances, a powerful testimony of divine intervention and transformation unfolded, capturing the attention of believers around the world. In the heart of this turmoil, a group of Muslim men, many of whom had lost their children to the ongoing conflict, found an unexpected refuge in the Word of God. Christian ministers operating in Gaza, driven by compassion and faith, provided these men with food, clothing, and spiritual nourishment. Among these devoted servants of Christ was Professor Michael Lona, the president of Risen Jesus Incorporated. Reports of miraculous conversions began to surface from Christian ministers in Palestine, recounting the profound impact of their ministry. Despite the immense challenges of operating in a war zone, these Christian ministers persisted in their mission, embodying Christ's call to love and serve even in the most hostile environments. They became beacons of hope, offering not only material aid, but also the message of salvation through Jesus Christ. Their efforts bore fruit in the most astonishing way. Amidst the desolation, hundreds of Muslims embraced Christianity, seemingly inspired by a prodigious event. These men, oppressed by grief and hardship, found solace and hope in an extraordinary manifestation of divine grace. During Bible readings and the sharing of Jesus' message of peace, a miraculous event occurred. Jesus appeared to more than 200 of them in their dreams. These visions, shared by so many at once, became a source of comfort and strength. The appearance of Jesus in their dreams led these men to a profound realization of faith, and they decided to convert to Christianity. This extraordinary event, surpassing human understanding, stands as a testament to the Lord's presence in places of great suffering and violence. These dreams were not fleeting or vague. They were vivid and consistent, leaving a lasting impression on those who experienced them. In their dreams, Jesus appeared as a figure of peace and compassion, speaking words of comfort and urging them to follow him. For men who had known only pain and loss, these dreams were a lifeline, a promise of a better future rooted in faith and hope. Jesus' appearance gave these men courage and hope in the face of overwhelming loss. Many had lost brothers, sisters, parents, and children in the relentless violence of war. Yet, even in their darkest moments, they experienced the saving power of Christ. This was not an isolated incident. Professor Lona, a renowned author of books such as The Case for the Resurrection of Jesus and Paul Meets Muhammad, has been instrumental in leading many to Christ. His ministry has touched countless lives, including that of Nabil Qureshi, a former Muslim who became a fervent defender of the Christian faith. Through historical evidence and theological insight, Lona's work has transformed hearts and strengthened the faith of many. The miracle in Gaza is a cause for celebration among Christians worldwide. It is a clear sign that God is working even in the darkest corners of the world, bringing hope and salvation to those in need. However, this celebration must also acknowledge the challenges faced by Christians in Gaza. Trapped in churches with dwindling supplies of food, water, and medicine, Palestinian Christians endure immense hardship. Despite these adversities, they remain steadfast in their faith, serving as powerful witnesses to Christ's saving grace. The plight of Christians and civilians in Gaza demands our attention and action. As believers, we must hope and pray for their safety, urging all parties to allow the evacuation of non-combatants to secure areas. It is our responsibility to support our brothers and sisters in Christ as they navigate these perilous circumstances, exemplifying the resilience and hope that faith inspires. The simultaneous dream appearances of Jesus to hundreds of Muslims in Gaza is not only a sign of hope, but also a powerful reminder that God does not abandon his children, even in the direst situations. This phenomenon aligns with biblical prophecies of reaching the unreachable places, fulfilling Jesus' promise of spreading his message to the ends of the earth. It also serves as a warning to those who perpetrate violence, emphasizing that God's love and justice prevail over human cruelty. Interestingly, this miraculous event also highlights the shared heritage between Muslims and Jews. Both trace their roots to Abraham, with Muslims descending from Ishmael, Abraham's son with Hagar. Despite historical disagreements and tensions, this shared ancestry underscores a familial connection between these groups. Furthermore, Muslims hold Jesus in high regard as a significant prophet, though their beliefs differ from those of Christians. They view Jesus as the son of Mary and Joseph, but not as the Son of God or the Savior. Notably, Muslims also believe in Jesus' return during the end times, though their interpretation of this event differs from the Christian perspective. In Islamic eschatology, Jesus will unite all believers in one God, rejecting the notion of being God's son and ushering in peace on earth. These theological nuances make it even more remarkable that so many Muslims have dreams about Jesus. Such dreams often lead to profound spiritual transformations. Two primary reasons contribute to this phenomenon. First, converting to Christianity in Muslim-majority countries often comes with significant risks, including persecution, ostracism, and loss of family, possessions, and freedom. Second, dreams hold a special place in Muslim culture, viewed as a medium for divine communication. This belief resonates with biblical accounts of God speaking through dreams, creating a powerful bridge between the two faith traditions. One compelling story of transformation involves an Islamic extremist named Kareim. Raised in a fervent Islamic community, Kareim was groomed from a young age for jihad. His life revolved around the Quran and the pursuit of war tactics, with the ultimate goal of fighting in the name of Allah and conquering for Islam. However, his path took an unexpected turn when his orders for battle were suddenly revoked. Feeling abandoned by God, Kareim channeled his zeal into preaching, aiming to convert Christians to Islam. As he delved deeper into religious studies, Kareim encountered Jesus' name more frequently. This exposure sparked confusion and a gradual unraveling of his rigid beliefs. One restless night, overcome by frustration and doubt, Kareim poured out his heart in prayer. In the quiet of his despair, he experienced a life-changing encounter with Jesus in a dream. This vision challenged his preconceived notions and opened his heart to the possibility of a new faith. His journey from an ultra-conservative preacher to a follower of Christ is a testament to the transformative power of divine grace. Such stories are not isolated. Across the Muslim world, many individuals have reported similar experiences, where encounters with Jesus in dreams have led to profound shifts in their beliefs and lives. These testimonies serve as powerful reminders of God's ability to reach people in ways beyond human comprehension, offering hope and redemption in even the most challenging circumstances. As we reflect on these miraculous events, let us remember the ongoing struggles of Christians in Gaza and other conflict zones. Their unwavering faith amidst adversity inspires us to stand in solidarity with them, supporting their efforts to share the gospel and bring light to the darkest places. These testimonies of faith and transformation reaffirm the enduring power of God's love, reminding us that He is present even in the midst of suffering, bringing hope and salvation to all who seek Him. Kareim cried out, "Heavens, where are you, God? Show yourself. Reveal the truth." Exhausted, he drifted off to sleep, his heart weighed down by despair. In his dreams, a relentless chase unfolded. Thorny branches whipped at him as menacing figures pursued him down a seemingly endless road. Despair threatened to engulf him when, at the very end, a hand reached out, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Startled awake, he could not shake the image lingering in his memory, a face radiating warmth and peace. It was Jesus. The dream was vivid and undeniable, leaving him shaken. Was it a hallucination? Desperate for answers, Kareim prayed again, this time asking for confirmation. To his astonishment, the same dream played out once more with every intricate detail. Yet doubt lingered. How could this be real? Kareim challenged the dream, demanding a definitive answer from the image of Jesus. The following night, his answer arrived. Jesus, with eyes full of compassion, looked at Kareim and spoke, his voice echoing in the dream. "Did I not tell you? It's your time to follow me." This was the turning point. The dreams and the persistent presence of Jesus shattered the walls Kareim had built around his beliefs. He embarked on a fervent quest to understand who Jesus truly was. This quest led him to embrace Christianity through baptism, marking a transformation that reshaped not just his worldview, but his very soul. Kareim's journey was not without challenges. His conversion ostracized him from his former community, but his newfound faith provided solace. Through Christianity, he discovered love and truth he had never known before. The fire that once fueled his extremism now fueled his passion for sharing his story. Kareim became a powerful voice, a testament to the transformative power of faith. He urged others to embrace the path of Christ, becoming a beacon of hope. Kareim, the former extremist, was now living proof that even the most hardened hearts could find redemption. But Kareim's story wasn't an isolated incident. Across the border in Iran, a similar phenomenon was unfolding. Pastor Lazarus Yar, a man dedicated to supporting underground churches within the Islamic Republic, shared a fascinating trend on CBN's FaithWire program. Dozens of people, he testified, were encountering Jesus in their dreams. These weren't fleeting visions. Pastor Lazarus described them as profoundly real, leaving lasting impacts on those who experienced them. The dreams followed a recurring pattern. A man in white robes, a cross adorning his shoulder or heart, uttering the same message, "I am Jesus." The impact on these individuals was undeniable. They'd awaken trembling, bathed in sweat, forever changed by the encounter. Unfortunately, such experiences often led to persecution. In Iran, where strict adherence to Islam is enforced, Christianity is considered a threat. Public practice of the faith can lead to a brutal fate, including hanging. Pastor Lazarus highlighted the dangers converts faced, emphasizing the harsh reality of their choices. Yet, even amidst hardship, there was hope. Pastor Lazarus revealed a startling statistic. Over 90% of ex-Muslims he'd encountered in other countries attributed their conversion to dreams of Jesus. These weren't isolated incidents, but part of a powerful pattern. Since its inception in 1991, Pastor Lazarus's ministry had seen over 100,000 Muslims convert to Christianity, many citing transformative dreams as the catalyst. This number painted a remarkable picture of a quiet movement fueled by faith, flourishing even in the face of immense risk. The stories of Kareim and countless Iranians encountering Jesus in their dreams became testaments to the transformative power of faith. Their journeys defied expectations, showcasing how divine encounters could shake even the most deeply entrenched beliefs. In the heart of the war-torn Gaza Strip, amidst the rubble of conflict and despair of a people caught in the crossfire, another remarkable event unfolded. This was not a story of bombs and bloodshed, but of hope blooming in the most unexpected place, through dreams. The year was 2023. Tensions between Israel and Hamas, the Palestinian group controlling Gaza, remained high. The predominantly Muslim Palestinian population had endured immense hardship due to the ongoing conflict. It was during this tumultuous time that a group of Christians, led by Pastor Michael Lona, arrived in Gaza. A professor of theology at the University of Houston and head of the Rise Jesus ministry, Pastor Michael's mission was not to fight, but to offer solace. His team provided humanitarian aid, food, clothing, and most importantly, a message of hope rooted in the gospel of Christ. The missionaries worked tirelessly with Palestinian parents who had suffered the unimaginable loss of their children in the war. One evening, after ensuring the family's safety and meeting their basic needs, the missionaries began reading passages from the Bible. Words of love, compassion, and the promise of salvation through Jesus resonated in the air. Little did they know, this simple act of faith would ignite a chain of events that would leave them in awe. As they read, hearts swelled with emotion and eyes brimmed with tears. The power of love and faith enveloped those present. Whispers of hope and the assurance of redemption echoed through the halls, touching each soul in profound ways. It was a moment of divine connection, a glimpse into the infinite possibilities for those who believed. The message of salvation spread like wildfire, igniting sparks of hope in the hearts of the weary and downtrodden. People from all walks of life gathered, united in their shared faith and devotion to a higher power. The words spoken were not mere words. They became a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness, a reminder that there was always hope, always a way forward. Over the following weeks and months, the impact of that fateful day reverberated through the lives of all who had been touched by its message. Acts of kindness, compassion, and love became commonplace as people sought to embody the teachings of Jesus in their everyday lives. The ripple effect transcended borders and boundaries, reaching even the most remote corners of the earth. Through the power of love and faith, lives were transformed, hearts were healed, and souls were saved. Pastor Michael described the experience as a supernatural move of God. That very night, a miracle unfolded. Over 200 Muslims in Gaza, many of whom had witnessed the missionaries' kindness, experienced profound encounters in their dreams. They dreamt of a figure radiating love and peace, Jesus. The next morning, a sense of urgency replaced the despair that had lingered for so long. One by one, the Palestinians who had dreamt of Jesus sought out the missionaries. Their eyes held newfound curiosity, their hearts yearning for more. They recounted their dreams with awe, describing the vividness of their encounters. Many of them chose to follow Christ, despite the risks and challenges that lay ahead. These stories, of Kareim, the Iranians, and the Palestinians, are profound testaments to the transformative power of faith. They illustrate how divine encounters can break through barriers, shatter doubts, and ignite hope in the most unexpected places. In a world fraught with conflict and despair, these miraculous moments serve as a reminder of the boundless love and compassion of Christ, offering a path of redemption and a beacon of hope for all who believe.
I'm talking about. Yeah, you saw that shit now. I tried to tell you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That fucking guy through the atmosphere.
The deep desire to know more about Jesus and how to follow him is a profound force that can stir hearts and transform lives. This was evident in a remarkable event where mass conversions took place, not out of coercion, but from a stirring within the souls of individuals. The message of hope they received, both through missionary actions and their dreams, resonated deeply with a longing for peace and solace. This stirring was not an isolated experience, but a collective awakening that captured the attention of many. The news of these conversions spread rapidly, igniting excitement and controversy in equal measure. For some, this was a divine intervention. For others, it was mere coincidence. Regardless of differing interpretations, one fact was undeniable: a significant spiritual shift had occurred. The story of 200 dreams in Gaza stands as a powerful testament to the transformative power of faith. It transcends geographical boundaries, political turmoil, and deeply entrenched religious beliefs. At its core, it underscores the universal human yearning for something greater, a search for meaning, purpose, and a brighter future. This extraordinary event serves as a beacon of light, a reminder that even in the darkest times, the flame of faith can ignite unexpected miracles, offering hope where it is most needed. It is in moments like these that we witness the boundless reach of God's grace, a force capable of breaking through the barriers that divide us. As Christians, it is essential to reflect on how we perceive individuals of other faiths. Sometimes, we may view people of different religions, such as Muslims, as fundamentally different or even antagonistic. This perspective is not only inaccurate, but also contrary to the message of love and unity that Jesus taught. Like us, they are all God's creation, and God can open their eyes to the truth about Jesus, just as He did for us. Recognizing this truth is vital in fostering understanding and compassion. It is crucial to remember that people of different faiths are not inherently evil or wrong simply because they believe differently. While our beliefs may diverge, it is essential to approach these differences with an open mind and heart. The diversity of faiths and beliefs across the world forms a beautiful tapestry of human experience and understanding. Each religion offers its followers unique perspectives on life, morality, and the divine. By appreciating and respecting these differences, we can foster a more inclusive and harmonious society where all individuals are valued for their contributions and perspectives. This approach does not mean compromising our faith, but rather embracing the humanity in others and recognizing their inherent worth and dignity. Engaging with individuals of different faiths provides an opportunity for dialogue and mutual learning. By respectfully exchanging ideas and seeking to understand their beliefs and practices, we can cultivate empathy and compassion. Through such interactions, we may discover shared values and aspirations that unite us as fellow human beings, transcending religious boundaries. Ultimately, we are all on a journey of spiritual discovery and growth. While our paths may differ, we share the same fundamental desire for meaning, purpose and connection. Acknowledging the humanity and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their faith traditions, helps build bridges of understanding and unity. In a world marked by division and conflict, it is more important than ever to embrace the inherent worth of every person. By celebrating diversity and promoting a culture of respect, we can create a more inclusive and peaceful world for future generations. This mindset requires intentional effort, but the rewards are profound. When we see the humanity in others, we become agents of peace and reconciliation, reflecting the love of Christ in our actions. As Christians, prayer is a powerful tool we can use to support those on their spiritual journey. The next time you bow your head in prayer, think about individuals of other faiths and lift them up to God. Pray that God might give them a special dream or vision, or connect them with a missionary who can share the message of Jesus' love. It is essential to remember those who may be struggling or facing challenges unknown to us. A simple prayer or moment of reflection for their well-being can have a profound impact on their lives. It's easy to get caught up in our own concerns, but taking the time to pray for others demonstrates compassion and empathy. Whether it's for a stranger across the globe or a neighbor next door, our prayers have the power to make a difference. God works in mysterious ways, and through a special dream or vision, He can provide guidance, comfort, and reassurance in times of trouble. By praying for these individuals, we not only show love, but also open the door for God's grace and miracles to touch their lives. Missionaries play a vital role in spreading the message of Jesus' love. They dedicate their lives to bringing hope and light to those who may never have encountered the gospel. By supporting their work through prayer and financial assistance, we can help make a lasting impact on the lives of those searching for spiritual guidance. These missionaries often work in challenging environments, where their faith may not be welcomed, and they face persecution or hardship. Our prayers for their safety and strength are a powerful way to support their mission. Religious freedom is not guaranteed in many parts of the world. Individuals may face discrimination or persecution for their beliefs. Coming together in prayer offers comfort and strength to those enduring such challenges. Prayer has been a source of resilience and hope throughout history, and it remains a vital expression of our faith today. Through prayer, we can support those on the front lines of sharing the gospel and those who are just beginning their spiritual journey. The power of prayer should never be underestimated. It connects us to God and allows us to intercede on behalf of others. When we pray for those who may be struggling, we participate in God's work of bringing healing and hope to the world. Our prayers can be the beacon of hope that leads someone to brighter days and a deeper connection with the divine. They can open doors for God's grace to work in unexpected ways, touching lives and transforming hearts. Let us also remember the missionaries who leave behind so much to share the love of Jesus. Their sacrifices and dedication are a testament to the transformative power of faith. By praying for their safety and success, especially in places where their faith might not be welcome, we can support their mission and ensure that the light of the gospel continues to shine. In a world often marked by division and conflict, it is crucial to focus on what unites us rather than what divides us. By embracing diversity and fostering understanding, we can build a more inclusive and harmonious society. Let us strive to see the humanity in each other, recognizing that we are all interconnected in our shared journey of spiritual discovery. By lifting one another in prayer, we can spread love, kindness, and hope to all corners of the world. The story of the 200 dreams in Gaza reminds us of the incredible ways God works to reach those in need. It is a testament to the universal longing for peace, hope, and connection. As we reflect on this event, let us commit to being instruments of God's love and grace, spreading His message of hope and reconciliation wherever we go. Through prayer, compassion, and understanding, we can make a lasting impact on the world and bring glory to His name.
Not looking forward to it because we had an uncertainty about, like, okay, well, what is this even about?
Perhaps it was about putting them in the right place at the right time to see this.
Look at that. And, you know, she looked up, we're like, wow, that's an angel.
Good shit going on, bud. I'm talking about. Yeah, you saw that shit now. I tried to tell you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That fucking thing going through the atmosphere.
Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a remarkable phenomenon happening in Gaza, where Christians are serving their community and Jesus is reportedly appearing to people in dreams and visions. But what does this mean for the spread of the gospel, especially in regions where sharing faith is strictly prohibited? Jesus prophesied that the message of his kingdom would reach all cultures before his return, ensuring everyone has the opportunity to know him. But how will this happen in Muslim-majority countries where persecution is rampant? Will his followers face extreme challenges, including martyrdom, to spread the gospel? Stay tuned as we explore these questions and share powerful testimonies of Muslim men and women who have encountered Christ through dreams. We are Jesus' Eternal Aura. In today's video, you will have appropriate answers to all the questions above. Before you know what happened, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon for all the latest updates. Understanding the origins and beliefs of Muslim people is crucial when discussing their encounters with Jesus through dreams. The Muslim lineage traces back to Ishmael, the son of Abraham, and his slave Hagar. Despite historical differences and the animosity stirred by radicals, Muslims share a brotherly connection with the Israelites. This context is essential for grasping the significance of their encounters with Jesus. Muslims are familiar with Jesus, known to them as Isa, the son of Joseph and Mary. However, they do not recognize him as the Son of God or the Messiah who came to save humanity from sin and hell. In Islamic tradition, Jesus is considered a great prophet. They believe he will return at the end of time, but instead of establishing his kingdom on earth, he will declare that he is not the Son of God, thus refuting Christian beliefs. According to Islamic eschatology, Jesus will then lead Muslims in prayer, defeat the Antichrist, referred to as Dajjal, and establish order and peace on earth, with all monotheistic religions living in harmony under Islamic law. Given this background, the phenomenon of Jesus revealing himself to Muslims through dreams is particularly striking. This occurrence can be attributed to two main reasons: persecution and the cultural significance of dreams in Islam. Firstly, persecution against non-Muslims in many Muslim-majority countries is severe. Converts to Christianity often face extreme consequences, including losing their possessions, families, and freedom. Many are imprisoned, tortured, or even sentenced to death. This intense persecution drives a deep need for divine intervention and guidance. Secondly, Muslims place a high value on dreams, believing that God communicates with them during sleep when there are no worldly distractions. This cultural belief makes them more receptive to divine messages received through dreams. While Christians also acknowledge that God can reveal himself through dreams, as evidenced by various biblical examples, Muslims tend to take such revelations more seriously. One compelling testimony of Jesus appearing to a Muslim through a dream involves Kareim al-Aili, an Islamic extremist and former Muslim. Kareim was raised with the goal of participating in jihad. As an ultra-conservative preacher, he sought to convert Christians to Islam and dreamt of waging war against Jews and Christians to achieve victory for Islam. Kareim's life took an unexpected turn when, just as he was preparing to go into battle against Israel, his mission was abruptly canceled. he received a phone call from his superior, informing him that the battle was off and he was dismissed. This unexpected turn of events left Kareim feeling rejected by Allah, plunging him into depression. In Islam, those who die in battle for their faith are believed to be personally called by Allah. So this cancellation was a profound blow to Kareim's faith. In his disillusionment, Kareim shifted his focus to preaching Islam to Christians, hoping to convert them. However, the more he studied, the more he encountered teachings about Jesus that confused him. Despite his rigorous Islamic upbringing and knowledge, he found himself increasingly drawn to Jesus. One day, while browsing the internet, Kareim began to question his faith. He prayed earnestly for God to reveal himself, feeling desperate and small in the vastness of the divine. That night, he had a vivid dream. He found himself on a long, thorny road, being chased by men intent on killing him. At the end of the road, he encountered a man he did not recognize. Desperate for help, he called out, and the man reached out, touched his shoulder, and saved him. Kareim realized that the man was Jesus. In the dream, Jesus told him, "It is time for you to follow me." Startled, Kareim woke up, convinced it was a hallucination. He prayed again, asking for confirmation. The next night, he had the same dream with all the details. Still struggling with his attachment to Islam, he challenged the Lord once more. To his surprise, Jesus appeared to him again the following night. This time, Jesus looked deeply into his eyes and said, "Did I not tell you? Did I not say that it's your time to follow me?" From that moment on, Kareim's life was transformed. He dedicated himself to following Christ, leaving behind his extremist views and a former life. His story is a powerful testament to the ways in which Jesus is reaching out to Muslims, even those deeply entrenched in radical beliefs, through dreams. Kareim's experience is not an isolated case. Many Muslims across the world report similar encounters with Jesus in their dreams, leading to profound changes in their lives. These testimonies are a compelling indication of how the message of the gospel is spreading, even in places where open evangelism is not possible. The phenomenon of Jesus appearing to Muslims in dreams underscores the power and reach of divine intervention. It highlights how, even in the face of persecution and cultural barriers, the message of Jesus' love and salvation is finding its way to those who seek the truth. These encounters not only challenge the individuals who experience them, but also provide a powerful witness to others of the transformative power of faith in Jesus Christ. In recent times, remarkable testimonies have emerged about Muslims encountering Jesus Christ, leading to profound changes in their lives. These stories highlight the transformative power of faith and the remarkable experiences of individuals who have embraced Christianity despite facing significant persecution. One such story is about a man who, upon learning more about Jesus, decided to get baptized. This decision profoundly changed his worldview and heart. He found true love, overcame persecution because of his conversion, and began sharing his testimony with other Muslims, speaking about salvation through Christ. Pastor Lazarus, the founder of the Transform Iran ministry, has also shared astonishing accounts of Muslims in Iran encountering Christ through dreams. According to Pastor Lazarus, dozens of Iranians have reported seeing a man in a white robe with a cross on his shoulder or heart in their dreams, who identifies himself as Jesus. These dreams are so vivid and profound that they leave the dreamers sweating and trembling. These experiences have led many to convert to Christianity despite the severe persecution they face in Iran, a country notoriously intolerant towards religions other than Islam. In fact, practicing Christianity can result in public hanging. Pastor Lazarus also mentions that over 90% of ex-Muslims he has met, who have converted to Christianity, claim that they were touched by Jesus in a dream, which prompted their conversion. Since 1991, his ministry has helped over 100,000 Muslims convert to Christianity. Another extraordinary case involves Jesus appearing to 200 Muslims in Gaza on the same night. In the midst of the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, a terrorist group controlling Palestine, this event has brought hope and transformation to many. Christian ministers in Palestine reported that these encounters occurred during the reading of the Bible and the sharing of Jesus' message of peace. The appearance of Jesus to more than 200 Muslims, who subsequently converted to Christianity, is seen as a miraculous event, especially in a place deeply affected by war and despair. Professor Michael Lona, a servant of Christ and president of Risen Jesus Inc., has been instrumental in sharing these miraculous conversions. He has received reports from Christian ministers in Palestine about the significant impact these dreams have had on Muslims, leading them to embrace the Christian faith. This mass conversion in Gaza is particularly noteworthy because it occurred amidst great suffering and violence. These new converts, having lost relatives and children to the war, found solace and comfort in Jesus' appearance, deciding to follow Christianity despite the dire circumstances. Professor Lona, known for his works such as The Case for the Resurrection of Jesus and Paul Meets Muhammad, has been a significant figure in the conversion journeys of many Muslims. His historical evidence of the Christian faith has transformed numerous hearts. One notable conversion influenced by his work is that of Nabil Ki, formerly a Muslim who is now a fervent defender of Christianity. This miracle in Gaza should be celebrated by Christians worldwide as a clear sign of God's work in the darkest places, bringing hope and salvation. The situation in Gaza for Christians, however, remains dire. They face significant hardships, with many trapped in churches and running out of food, water, and medical supplies. Despite these challenges, these believers remain steadfast in their faith, witnessing the saving power of Christ even in the most difficult circumstances. The simultaneous appearance of Jesus in the dreams of hundreds of Muslims is seen as a fulfillment of his prophecy of reaching unreachable places. As Christians celebrate these conversions, it is essential to recognize the plight of our brothers and sisters in Gaza. The international Christian community is urged to hope and pray for the evacuation of Christians and civilians to safer areas. The resilience of these believers amid violence and suffering is a testament to their unwavering faith and the transformative power of their encounter with Jesus. These testimonies from Iran and Gaza highlight the profound impact of encountering Jesus through dreams. They reveal a pattern of divine intervention, bringing individuals to faith in the most challenging environments. Despite facing persecution and violence, these new believers demonstrate remarkable courage and conviction in their newfound faith. Their stories serve as powerful reminders of the transformative power of Christ and the hope he brings even in the darkest circumstances. Hopeful fact: over 90% of ex-Muslims from various countries whom he encountered claimed their decision to convert stemmed from dreams where Jesus appeared to them. Since 1991, Pastor Lazarus's ministry has witnessed the conversion of more than 100,000 Muslims, a testament to the powerful impact of these divine encounters. Similarly, a remarkable event took place in Gaza, a region plagued by conflict and suffering. Amidst the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas, over 200 Muslims experienced dreams of Jesus on the same night. This mass encounter brought a wave of transformation and hope to a place overshadowed by despair. Christian ministers reported that during Bible readings and discussions about Jesus' message of peace, These Muslims saw Jesus in their dreams. This led many to convert to Christianity, even in such a perilous environment. Professor Michael Lona, president of Risen Jesus Inc., has been instrumental in documenting and sharing these miraculous conversions. He has received numerous reports from Christian ministers in Palestine about Muslims converting to Christianity following profound dreams of Jesus. Despite the dire circumstances, these new believers found solace and comfort in their dreams, deciding to embrace Christianity. This mass conversion is especially significant given the intense suffering and violence in Gaza. Professor Lona, known for his influential works like The Case for the Resurrection of Jesus and Paul Meets Muhammad, has played a crucial role in the conversion journeys of many Muslims. His scholarly approach to the Christian faith has provided compelling evidence that has touched and transformed many hearts. One notable convert influenced by Lona's work is Nabil Ki, a former Muslim who now passionately defends the Christian faith. The miracle in Gaza is a powerful reminder that God works even in the darkest places, bringing hope and salvation. However, the situation in Gaza for Christians remains critical. Many are trapped in churches, facing shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. Despite these hardships, these believers continue to stand firm in their faith, witnessing the saving power of Christ even in the most challenging circumstances. The simultaneous appearance of Jesus in the dreams of hundreds of Muslims is seen as a fulfillment of his prophecy of reaching unreachable places. As Christians celebrate these conversions, it is essential to recognize the ongoing struggles of our brothers and sisters in Gaza. The international Christian community is urged to pray and advocate for the safe evacuation of Christians and civilians to safer areas. The resilience of these believers amid violence and suffering is a testament to their unwavering faith and the transformative power of their encounter with Jesus. These testimonies from Iran and Gaza highlight the profound impact of encountering Jesus through dreams. They reveal a pattern of divine intervention, bringing individuals to faith in the most challenging environments. Despite facing persecution and violence, these new believers demonstrate remarkable courage and conviction in their newfound faith. Their stories serve as powerful reminders of the transformative power of Christ and the hope he brings even in the darkest circumstances. This phenomenon of Muslims encountering Jesus in dreams can be attributed to two main reasons. First, the harsh reality faced by those who convert to Christianity in some Muslim-majority countries. These brave individuals risk losing everything: their families, their possessions, and even their freedom. The fear of persecution is real and intense. Second, Muslims place a high value on dreams, viewing them as potential messages from God. They believe that during sleep, with less worldly noise, it is a clear opportunity for divine communication. This emphasis on dreams aligns with some Christian beliefs, as the Bible also showcases God speaking through dreams. However, Muslims tend to take this concept much more seriously. One striking example is the story of Kareim, an Islamic extremist raised in a fervent Islamic community with jihad as his destiny. War tactics were his passion, and his ultimate dream was to fight in the name of Allah. However, his plans were abruptly revoked, leaving him feeling abandoned by God. As he delved deeper into his studies, he frequently encountered Jesus' name, causing confusion and unraveling his rigid beliefs. One night, in desperation, he prayed for God to reveal the truth. That night, he had a vivid dream of being chased until a hand reached out to him, offering hope. This hand belonged to Jesus. The dream was so real that it left him shaken. After praying for confirmation, he had the same dream again, but he still doubted. He challenged the dream, asking for a definitive answer. The following night, Jesus appeared again, telling him, "Did I not tell you? It's your time to follow me." This dream shattered Kareim's beliefs and led him on a quest to understand who Jesus truly was. He eventually embraced Christianity, a decision that transformed his worldview and soul. Despite facing ostracism from his former community, his newfound faith provided solace, and he became a powerful voice sharing his story and urging others to embrace Christ. Kareim's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith, showing that even the most hardened hearts can find redemption. His experience, along with those in Iran and Gaza, demonstrates that even in times of great trial, God does not abandon his children. These stories of divine encounters through dreams offer a significant sign of hope and serve as a reminder of God's enduring presence and love, even in the most challenging circumstances. In a remarkable and startling revelation, over 90% of ex-Muslims who encountered Pastor Lazarus's ministry in various countries attributed their conversion to dreams of Jesus. This wasn't a series of isolated incidents, but a powerful pattern that was emerging, a testament to the impact of Pastor Lazarus's work. Since its inception in 1991, his ministry had seen over 100,000 Muslims convert to Christianity, many of them citing transformative dreams as the catalyst. These numbers painted a remarkable picture, a quiet movement fueled by faith, flourishing even in the face of immense risk. Kim and countless other Iranians encountering Jesus in their dreams became living testaments to the transformative power of faith. Their stories defied expectations, showcasing how a divine encounter could shake even the most deeply entrenched beliefs. In the heart of the war-torn Gaza Strip, amidst the rubble of conflict and the despair of a people caught in the crossfire, another remarkable event unfolded. This wasn't a story of bombs and bloodshed, but of hope blooming in the most unexpected place, through dreams. The year was 2023, and tensions between Israel and Hamas, the Palestinian group controlling Gaza, remained high. The Palestinian people, predominantly Muslim, had endured immense hardship due to the ongoing conflict. It was during this tumultuous time that a group of Christians led by Pastor Michael Lona, a professor of theology at the University of Houston and head of the Rise Jesus Ministry, arrived in Gaza. Their mission wasn't to fight, but to offer solace. They provided humanitarian aid, food, clothing, and most importantly, a message of hope rooted in the gospel of Christ. The missionaries worked tirelessly with Palestinian parents who had suffered the unimaginable loss of their children in the war. One evening, after ensuring these families' safety and basic needs were met, the missionaries began reading passages from the Bible. Words of love, compassion, and the promise of salvation through Jesus resonated in the air. Little did they know, this act of faith would ignite a chain of events that would leave them astounded. As hearts swelled with emotion and eyes brimmed with tears of joy, the power of love and faith enveloped all who were present. The whispers of hope and the assurance of redemption echoed through the halls, touching each soul in a profound way. It was a moment of divine connection, a glimpse into the infinite possibilities that lay ahead for those who believed. The message of salvation through Jesus spread like wildfire, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of the weary and downtrodden. People from all walks of life gathered together, united in their shared faith and unwavering devotion to a higher power. The words spoken were not just words. They were a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness, a reminder that there was always hope, always a way forward. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the impact of that fateful day continued to reverberate through the lives of all who had been touched by its message. Acts of kindness, compassion, and love became commonplace as people sought to embody the teachings of Jesus in their everyday lives. The ripple effect of that act of faith was felt far and wide, transcending borders and boundaries to reach even the most remote corners of the earth. Through the power of love and faith, lives were transformed, hearts were healed, and souls were saved. The promise of salvation had been fulfilled, not through grand gestures or miracles, but through the simple act of believing in something greater than oneself. As the echoes of that moment faded into the distance, it left behind a legacy of hope and inspiration that would endure for generations to come. Words may have been the catalyst, but it was the unwavering faith and boundless love of those who believed that truly set the world on fire. As they stood united, hand in hand, hearts intertwined, they knew they were part of something greater than themselves. They were part of a movement, a revolution of love and light that would shine bright for all eternity. Pastor Michael, describing the experience with a sense of wonder, called it a supernatural move of God. That very night, a miracle unfolded. Over 200 Muslims in Gaza, many of whom had witnessed the missionaries' kindness, experienced a profound encounter in their dreams. They dreamt of a figure radiating love and peace, Jesus. The next morning, a sense of urgency replaced the despair that had lingered for so long. One by one, the Palestinians who had dreamt of Jesus sought out the missionaries. Their eyes held a newfound curiosity, their hearts a yearning for more. They recounted their dreams, filled with awe, and expressed a deep desire to learn more about Jesus and how to follow him. This mass conversion wasn't a forced choice, but a stirring within their souls. The message of hope they received, both through the missionaries' actions and their own dreams, became a beacon of light in their lives. The stories that emerged from Gaza, much like those from Iran and other parts of the world, showcased the profound impact of divine encounters and the enduring power of faith. These narratives of transformation and hope serve as a powerful reminder of the potential for change, even in the most challenging circumstances. God is going to do a lot of work in Gaza, and I want to be a part of that, Sada said. Sada previously told Joel Rosenberg on the Rosenberg Report that he believes we are in the end times. What we are seeing today is really one of the signs of the end times because it is not normal. The destruction that is taking place, he said. The evil hand of Hamas is attacking Israelis in a radical, very evil way. Naturally, Israel had to respond and defend itself. Although 4 Arab nations and Turkey have offered to assist in planning the reconstruction and governance of Gaza once Israel ends its war with Hamas, Saada boldly proclaimed that God has another future for the Gazans. The harvest is going to be huge, he said. Let me share another story. A woman had left the Muslim faith, but was full of hatred and suspicion of Christians. She didn't know what to do and asked God for help. One night, she had a dream where she saw a shepherd walking around an empty tomb with a staff. The shepherd walked around it a few times and then headed directly toward the woman. He had a loaf of bread in his hands, which he broke and offered to her, saying, "Take, eat, this is my body." The woman, who knew nothing about the Bible, woke up and contacted a Christian she knew. He showed her the Bible where Jesus had said those very words. The woman accepted Jesus as her Savior and continues to serve him to this day. There are many cases where Muslims dream of God and, with a long hidden belief, decide to follow him.